This is Rodmed Global Africa News. Here are today's top stories from across Africa and the world. A light aircraft carrying tourists from Hungary and Germany crashed in Kenya's Kwale County on Tuesday. 11 people are confirmed dead. The aircraft traveling from Diani to Kichwa Tembo reportedly caught fire on impact and all aboard perished. Kenyan aviation authorities have launched an investigation into the accident cause. In Cameroon, opposition leaders have rejected the election victory of President Paul Biya, accusing the government of fraud and manipulation. Violent protests erupted in Douala and other cities after official results showed Biya securing over 53% of the votes. At least 4 people were killed over the weekend and an extended standoff is expected. Following the coup earlier this month, Madagascar's interim leader Colonel Michael Randrianirina has announced a new cabinet made of largely civilians, although key security and defense positions remain under military control. The move is aimed at bolstering legitimacy as the country grapples with economic and social challenges. According to ratings agency S&P, Africa's regional development banks are in line to significantly expand their sovereign and private sector lending thanks to strengthened capital buffers and updated frameworks. The African Development Bank and other institutions are central to bridging investment gaps across the continent. In Johannesburg, the rand traded around 17.2675 per US dollar, remaining largely unchanged. Investors globally are awaiting a key decision from the US Federal Reserve that may influence emerging market currencies including the rand and global risk appetite. As global markets sift through trade negotiations, the central bank moves. Africa is attracting attention both for its vulnerability and opportunities, with regional development banks ramping up lending and infrastructure deals in flux. Investors are watching how capital flows adapt. US Vice President J.D. Vance is scheduled to visit Kenya between 24 and 27 November following the G20 summit in Johannesburg. Kenya remains a key US partner in Africa on trade, security, and regional diplomacy. Provisional results from Ivory Coast shows President Alassane Ouattara securing about 89.77% of the vote for a fourth term. Turnout was around 50% and critics argued the election lacked strong opposition candidates, raising questions about democratic legitimacy. Mali's government announced a 2-week suspension of schools nationwide in response to severe petrol shortages triggered by insurgent-related blockades. A deal with a Russian supplier is underway to ease the crisis, but public services remain under strain. From currency moves to funding shifts, Africa's economic and geopolitical dynamics are evolving, with development banks scaling up, coups and electoral turmoil persisting, and tourism incidents underscoring fragility. Businesses and policymakers remain on alert. That wraps up your Rodmed Global African News for 28 October 2025. This bulletin was packaged and presented by Temitope Olushola and produced by Emmanuel Oginibo. Don't forget to like, share, and stay connected with us for more updates. For more stories or news across Africa, visit Rodmed Radio's social platforms, Rodmed Radio on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram, and particularly our YouTube channel at Rodmed Radio TV. Stay informed and have a good day.